Friends, most likely not Romans, and the vast majority of you won't be countrymen, but lend me your ears. I come to bury Robin Hood, not to praise it. Because here we are. Everything has led to this moment. The finale of Robin in the Hood is here. So strap in, or a likelihood in this show, strap on, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. Hi everyone, it's Az here from Heel vs. Babyface, where we left off. Our intrepid bunch of criminals in the last episode. Bill 221B Baker Street has passed, and they're all gonna get evicted from Sherwood and Forest. And so the very first thing that Robyn and Jobless John decided to do after receiving this devastating news is get back in bed, because Robyn's a massive whore. So Jobless John is looking down at his ringless finger because the piece of jewelry that he stole from St. Jesus George Lionheart Floyd, well, he gave it to him on his deathbed being shot by Guy Gisborne. But we all know that if he had passed, he would have probably taken it anyway, because he's a dirty, jobless thief. And Robyn says to him, it's been a long time since I've seen... It's been a long time. I'm not going to edit this at all. It's been a long time since I saw Lionheart's ring on your finger. And I thought to myself, we know exactly what you're talking about, woman.
Have you ever shoved anything in your own ass? Of course, duh.
Then Robyn just tells a blatant lie, saying that the sheriff has put them through hell. No, you've put Sherwood and Forest through hell. You've put New Nottingham through hell. You're a dirty, stinking scumbucket of a thief that hasn't earned a single thing, and in 8 episodes has delivered 2 frickin' parcels. You're nothing but a bum. You're nothing but scum. The actual sheriff is doing her job to get you off the streets, because you can't keep your dirty, thieving, kleptomaniac hands to yourself. Just to clarify, now I don't want to be too cruel because this is the finale. Yes, that's a lie, not the finale bit, the being terribly cruel. I'm going to be as cruel as humanly possible. But I have never seen 2 terrible actors acting so terribly in one terrible scene in my life. You can do a second take, you know, and you can actually direct your terrible actors to try not to be so terrible. Well, it's a bit too late for that, I guess, but yeah. So Jobless John asks Robyn if she's got any ideas to save Sherwood, and she says no. So he replies with, oh well, should we go to the cookie jar again? Because I heard that you're a massive whore. So from what I can gather, they got the eviction notice the previous day, and then the sheriff turns up with a megaphone saying, if you're not out by tomorrow, you're gonna be removed. And I'm praying that this is going to suddenly turn into dread and is going to get based AF as the police are going through the apartment blocks level by level, clearing out the vermin of scum. Hey, Projector X, there's hope for you to save this show yet, you know. By the way, I'm pretty sure that's not how eviction notices work. However, this show hasn't had any sort of grasp of reality whatsoever. So why start now? Oh, come on now. Don't give me hope. Don't give me hope. Then we get the most based conversation this show's ever had as the officer says to the sheriff, do you think they'll go quietly? And she responds with, oh God, I hope not. Me too. Me too. Put me in the team, coach. I'm ready. Saddle up. Lock and load. So Much and Alan are packing up because they're defeatist, and Jobless John and Robyn come waltzing in. I don't even think they knocked. Why would they? They're used to entering places without permission. We're not defeated, are we? Says Jobless John. You got a plan, Robyn? Says Jobless John. To which Robyn says, because that's the way they've acted throughout the whole of this terrible process. So the conclusion that they come to is the best way is commit more crime. Just commit more crime. Resist the eviction notice. The fact that somebody has now purchased these blocks of flats and they own them and they will be trespassing. Let's commit more crime by trying to attack and assault police officers who are enacting the law and their work. Then Robyn's handbag starts vibrating and everyone thinks it's just because she's a massive whore. But it turns out to be Marion on the telephone. So they meet and Marion says to Robyn, I'm sorry that the sheriff kidnapped you. Again, Director X deciding to completely change everything that happened in the show. They weren't kidnapped. They were arrested for rioting because Guy of Gisborne went on stage and sang a song. And because they're all absolute degenerate freaks, they started to fight amongst themselves, probably stole some shit, probably murdered some people, probably did some drugs. But they weren't kidnapped, they were arrested. They were taken to a black site, they escaped. They should still be arrested. The warrant should be out for their arrest still. But why let the facts get in the way of a good bit of victimization, eh? Be gay, do crime. So Marion says to her, the files that I illegally stole from Prince's laptop by downloading them on a laptop that we hadn't even accessed because the show's fucking retarded. If we use that illegal data that I've stolen to try and find out what the businessman who has legally taken over these buildings is up to, then we might be able to stop the guy who's legally attained all this property throughout the course of the series, who hasn't done anything criminal whatsoever, but we're just a bunch of dirty, thieving scum. That's what I got out of it anyway. Alright? I can't film this anymore. Because of my impact, Then Marion says, oh, I can't believe I was feeling sorry for myself and you were going through this horrible experience where you were held accountable for your fucking crimes. And Tuck replies with the greatest response ever. I can see why Robyn likes you. And I'm like, yes, Tuck. That's because they're both retarded. And also, Robyn would like to scissor her because she's a massive whore. Then the show drops an absolute bombshell on us. John Prince, the guy who I've been saying is the hero of this story. The guy who, when he comes onto the screen, my heart leaps out of my mouth with joy. John Prince owns properties in New Nottingham. Yeah, he's a property developer. We know that. The revelation goes on that he's been buying about 25% of New Nottingham in the surrounding areas of Sherwood and Forest, and nobody knows, not even the mayor. Nobody knows that the property developer has bought up 25% of New Nottingham. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows! What's the crime? Buying something? Do you think buying something is illegal? You're only used to stealing things. Do you think buying things is illegal? Is that why you just steal from people? Is that why you're a raving kleptomaniac and think you're entitled to everyone else's property? Is your morality so broken? Do you smell toast that you think buying things is the wrong thing to do? So Evil Knievel, aka Robyn's mum, comes wheeling away into the apartment and the hood are waiting for her and they say, "We need your help." What's she gonna do? Wheel over some people's toes? Please, I'm begging you. It's the final episode. Put her in a hood costume. I need to see the visual of the woman in the hood costume in a wheelchair with people going, "I wonder who that can be," because that's the level of fucking dog shit writing that we've had. I need to see it. Show me. Show me. I need to see. Show me. And the mum says, "I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to help anyone whose faces I haven't seen." So she said, "I told you, mum." They all start removing their masks. "I ain't leaving here." No, because you're a dirty thief, scum, criminal, kidnapper, GBH, assault. There's a lot more. There is a lot more that I haven't added to that. So why not add trespass to the list? You should have told me. She just did. Don't you just love shit predictable dialogue? "John Prince and the sheriff were trying to kill you. I had to do something," pleads Robyn. No, wrong. John Prince was not trying to kill your mum at all. He just wanted her dealt with, and then he went to the police because of it, probably assuming that the police would use their, I don't know, power of the law to do something to the trespasser on his property. It was the other policeman that overreacted in a situation, laughably so, that shot and paralyzed your mum. But John Prince hasn't done anything in this whole fucking show that is illegal. But I know somebody who has, Robyn. "I'm just doing what you taught me," says Robyn. Her mum snaps back, "I didn't teach you how to steal." And then Robyn completely masks off as the absolute piece of shit scum that they are. The rich steal from us every day. I'm just taking some of it back for us. "Oh, get out of it," says her mum. Quite rightly. Yes, because Robyn is a thieving, jobless scum. I'm sorry, but I don't count delivering 2 parcels in 8 episodes as having a job. It's barely a fucking hobby. But it is nice to know and feel vindicated that Robyn has just confessed to being a piece of scum, a piece of dirt and filth that's too lazy to earn money and just wants to take it from others because she thinks it's hers and she's entitled to it. Thank you, Projector X, for that mask off moment. Literally mask off. "I did it for the neighborhood. I did it for Sherwood and Forest." No, you didn't, you lying cow. You did it for yourself. Remember when that busker had his guitar smashed by John Prince's son? And when Alan came to you for help, you didn't want to do shit because it's all about you and nobody else. And you had to get shamed into actually helping out. You don't care about this community. You don't care about Sherwood and Forest, but you do give a big shit about yourself. Probably that's where Projector X really comes through on this character. Vain, narcissistical, self-centered, pompous, arrogant to a fault. Lots and lots of faults. The show then decides to lie to us again. "I don't want you to get hurt," says Robyn's mum. "You're out there putting your life on the line for us every day." No, she isn't. She's putting her life on the line for herself. "I tried to protest and I was shot for it." No, you criminally trespassed on somebody's property. If you hadn't, they wouldn't have had any need to call the police. But when you eventually left there, returned back to Sherwood and Forest, and the police came to arrest you for criminal trespass, you resisted arrest, and then residents of Sherwood and Forest tried to stop the police, which got a situation well out of hand, and a police officer turned around and shot you because of it. That's how it actually went down. That's what we have actually seen with our eyes. But hey, Don't believe what you see, believe what they tell you. Typical commie Marxist gaslighting. So Robyn's mum decides to become the voice piece for the hood, and they have a community meeting with everyone in the two towers. And by everybody, I mean 5 people, because this is funded by the Canadian taxpayer. It's a huge scam, don't you know? And then one of them says, hey, Robyn's mum, where's Robyn? And she's like, she's right there. I mean, I don't know. She's went out to town, maybe. She went to steal something. And they went, oh, yeah, that sounds about right. So Robyn's mum says, I've got a plan to save Sherwood and Forest. We're going to once again commit criminal trespass and not leave, even though we have been evicted, even though these buildings are now legally owned by a gentleman by the name of Prince John, hero and savior of New Nottingham. We did it once. We can do it again. What, you mean commit criminal trespass? Yes, yeah. You did it once, and now you're going to do it again. That is actually correct. So they start boarding up their properties and say, we've got enough food and water to last us a week. Okay, we'll starve you out then. It'll only take 2 weeks, and then we'll arrest you for criminal trespass. So Robyn's little sister turns up and says, Robyn, we want to help the hood. What can we do? And Robyn says, make sure no white people speak. So Robyn grabs her and drags her to one side, and after some protestation says, you do exactly what I tell you. And the little sister says, yeah, I get it. Be gay, do crime. Much literally pulls a new bow for Robyn out of her ass. And Robyn says, where did you get this from? And Much says, you know that job that I've got in that garage area? And she says, yes. And Much says, well, I don't do anything. I just waste my time all day doing shit like this instead because I'm a bum, just like you. I'm scum, just like you, my hero, Robyn Loxley, thief, kidnapper, GBH, assault with a deadly weapon, attempted murder, and other such things. Robyn's mum's looking at photographs of her family. She clutches a crucifix and she starts praying. And you can imagine going on in her head, she's saying to herself, if only there was another way. What, like the fact that John Prince offered you $1 million to go? What, that John Prince arrived here and said, I will house all of you in new places around the fucking city? You know, that he gave you plenty of chances and opportunity that you turned down. If only there was another way. Stupid cow. No! She feels a hand on her shoulder and she looks up and it's the ghost of the Almighty, St. Jesus, George, Lionheart, Floyd. He's come to save them. He has risen. Still a stupid cow. Still a really, really stupid cow, though. What am I watching? What the fuck am I watching? Sorry, I had to give myself a few moments to calm down. Tuck! It hasn't worked. Tuck walks into the apartment and says, you got a lovely home, Miss Loxley. And she says, yes, they were actually designed as luxury flats by Prince John's father, but then the government stepped in, took them over, and gave them to a bunch of jobless scum like me. But now that we're actually being forced to move out, this is where we make our stand, because we want what was meant to be luxury apartments, even though we don't do fucking anything for a living. And he said, I didn't expect that as a response, to be honest with you. It was at this moment I knew Marion was retarded. She gets the mayor on her private number to come to a clandestine meeting, and then she says, you got to stop John Prince from pushing through the Sherwood deal. She says, I can't. I just reiterate what I said to the press. I don't agree with the decision, but I have to respect it. And then Marion says, well, I've got this. And she shows the mayor the illegal documents that she obtained. John Prince has been buying up swaths of land all over New Nottingham. And the mayor says he's a property developer, That's what they do. And Marion says, there's a scandal here. Wait. There's a scandal that a property developer is buying up property. Can we just... Oh! John Prince then turns up to kidnap her, I guess. Are they openly mocking Director X now? Because this is fucking pretty based if they are. I mean...
Have you ever shoved anything in your own ass?
Oh, sweetheart. Oh, what they done to you. This isn't the role for you to be in your bra and panties, love. You know, 50 Shades of Grey, this is not. 50 Shades of Shite. So she gives the ring of St. Jesus George Lionheart Floyd to her lover, and she tells him to go to Sherwood and cause some shit. And I'm thinking to myself, really hard not to love this couple. Really hard. So we cut to John Prince, and he offers Marion some scotch that her father had bought for John. She refuses. He says it's a shame the apple's fallen so far from the tree, pours her glass into his own, beast, and then says, I looked after you when your father died, and you repay me by lying to my detractors and lying about me. And I'm here thinking to myself, tell me when he's lying. Spoiler alert, he's not. He's telling the truth. She says, you killed my father. He said he killed himself. Again, telling the truth. And then he demands her phone, which has his stolen documents on. The illegally obtained documents, and smashes his phone. Nothing that he is doing here is wrong.
It matters that we fight. And next time they try to come for people like us,
don't think twice.
I have to play this shit at double speed because they talk so slow. No way to really sugarcoat this next bit, folks. They're getting all teary-eyed for the fight with the police tomorrow, and all I'm thinking is, I hope you all die. Director X doesn't think that we know, but we know. Marion decided to have a meeting with the mayor on the very same bench that was outside of the hospital that the woman that they stole the identity for to try and vouch for Robyn many episodes ago. Look, I know you're scamming the Canadian taxpayer here, but could you not find another bench so it looks like another location? No? Okay, this bench is meant to be outside of the hospital. So what the hell is Tuck doing looking at CCTV cameras that are linked up to the hospital? Has he got some weird kind of kink fetish going on? What's he trying to do? If he brought this to my attention, I'd be like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Tuck's excuse is that he put a tracking app on Marion's phone after what happened with the sheriff. More crime, more invasion of privacy, and more importantly, you fucking scum! Jobless scum! The sheer hypocrisy on display by the Hood is absolutely unbelievable. The lack of self-awareness, absolutely unbelievable. Once again, the show lies. Oh, Jesus wept. Robyn says, oh, John Prince tried to have my mum killed for less than this. We've got to go save her. No, he didn't. He didn't try to have her killed at all. I am surrounded by stupid cows and stupid writing and stupid pricks. Slightly unfortunate pause. Never mind. Jobless John says to Robyn, I'll go save Marion. They need you here. And Robyn says, I can't let you do that. And he says, do you care for her like a good cock? And she's like, yes, cock. Go save my woman, cock. And he says, no problem, because I'm a cock. I don't know, but I very subtly put the word cuck in there a few times. Because he's a cock! Tuck. Then we have Director X's pathetic puerile humor as Robyn says, I've got enough balls to deal with here. And they all start laughing. Ha 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 ha. And I'm thinking to myself, not one of these guys has got a single fucking ball. None of them. Alan's got no balls. Cockboy's got no balls. And Director X Insert got no fucking balls. There's more chance of some balls being in Much's pants than there is in any of the fucking guys. So the police enact their right to remove the residents from the property because they are now illegally trespassing. And of course, the Hood fight back, pepper spraying them with some homemade pepper spray made earlier, assaulting a police officer. Add more crime. I wonder if Robyn's just about to shoot that person point blank in the face dead. It wouldn't surprise me right now. I'd be like, oh, that's par from the course from this piece of fucking scum. Robyn's mum puts out a transmission saying, we're gonna fight. And then it cuts to Shooty McShooty Face, who's looking like he wants to shoot somebody. And I'm thinking, I really hope you shoot somebody. So we get John Prince's plan. His plan is that he's going to own 25% of the city from Sherwood and Forest through to the lake. And Marion says, so you're going to evict everybody? And he says, oh no, that's going to take way too long. We're going to burst the banks of the lake and just drown everybody. Every castle needs a moat, he says. And then I'm going to build a walled city for the rich. Impregnable. I guess they forgot about flying then. And I am thinking to myself, could I speak to a real estate agent for this new city? Marion threatens Prince John with a knife, but she's easily disarmed. And then ding-a-ling-ling, the elevator rings, and jobless twat waffle here comes out. I hope nobody finds this next statement controversial, but I'm still pretty much on John Prince's side right now. So Shooty McShooty Pants makes his way up to Robyn's mum's apartment, opens the door, comes in. She's like, oh, and he says, honey, I'm home. You're kind of really grown on me, dude. You're really grown on me. Now shoot her! So jobless John takes care of his guards really easily, and John Prince lets Marion go. And then Marion says to John Prince, if you come after me, I'm going to let the whole world know who you really are. So you don't want to stop him from killing hundreds of people then? Okay, no, that's pretty on par for this group of scum. As long as you're all right, Jack, everything's okay. So, oh, Jesus Christ. Robyn stops Shooty McShooty Pants from shooting her mum, sticks an arrow in his back, he pulls it out. They start fighting, they're throwing each other all over the room. And then he gets the better of her, and he's laying the boot in on the ground, and then he just stops and starts going, spitting all over. And right now, even me is like, all right, dude, let's just bring it down a notch, okay? Let's just go from level 5 down to maybe level 3. See what we do with that. Yeah, maybe. Okay. Shooty McShooty Face says that I'm going to kill you and make it look like the Hood did it. And it's almost over for you now. And Robyn's mum says, yeah, it is. Looks over. And oh my goodness me. She's been recording the incident the whole time.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello.
And then Robyn comes up behind him, knocks him out, and he smashes the cookie jar. Oh my God. How are these whores gonna go about their business? Don't worry, we will rebuild. Bigger, faster, stronger, harder, whorier than before. And that's saying something, because they're massive whores. Tuck uploads the footage of the policeman saying that the sheriff wanted it to look good, but this is perfect. And it goes out to the masses. And then the police officer is brought down to the ambulance where he's treated. And the sheriff does what a good sheriff should. She kills him. By the way, I'm just saying, this isn't a deal breaker between us, okay? So apparently Sherwood and Forest isn't for sale now and everybody can have the houses back. Oh, okay. Anywho, Marion turns up to Robyn's apartment and says, oh, the hood saved me. I wish I could thank them in person. But when I was in trouble and danger and thought I was gonna die, I thought of you. And then they start snogging because Robyn is a whore. Jobless Cuck John comes around the corner, catches them, and he's like, party at mine. Oh, my girlfriend's a whore. Deuces. So the corrupt mayor that flip-flops more than summer footwear goes to see John Prince and says that it's all over the news, even Mercia. Nobody wants part of this project. Sherwood remains public. He says, I'll sue you for breach of contract. She says, well, you do that, I'll get Marion to tell people about your business dealings. So he says, okay, well, if you want something doing right, you gotta do it yourself. By the way, I'm gonna run for mayor. Fuckety bye, bitch. So then the most obvious thing happened. They're partying away, you know, whores are us, and the sheriff comes onto the TV for an interview and says, one of my police officers is dead due to injuries sustained by the hood, which was caught on camera when Robyn smashed him over the back of the head. And she also said, which was true, they're not freedom fighters, they're thieves, they're criminals, and now they're murderers, and we're going to bring them to justice. And then the credits come up, and I'm thinking, oh, that's so cute. They think they might get a season 2. Truth be told, I hope it does get a season 2. My bank accounts love this show. So there we go, folks. The end of season 1 of Robyn in the Hood. And I guess there's only one more thing left to say.